Hello, my lovely Pisces friends. I hope you're all doing well. This is Anna from Soul Embrace Intuition, and I'm here to do your coughing. I'm here to do your September general message. It could be related to many different things, and it could totally not resonate with you as well, right? So keep that in mind always of any of the readings that I do and that anybody else does, right? If it doesn't resonate, it's not your story, it's not your message at this time, okay? All right. All right, let me see what I have. I've picked, and by picking I mean I concentrate, right? You know what I mean. Let the cards fall for me. I don't pick cards, but I decided to do that ahead of time, because it takes too long. Look at all the decks that I use, right? Please forgive any outside noises. Let's concentrate right here. And let's see, Alexa, brown noise. Alexa, stop. Stop. Alexa, brown noise. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Okay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right, Pisces. Let's see what you got. You got a lot of these particular deck. Main, female. Child. Wealthy man. Message of concern. Official person. Okay. Healing family issues. You deserve love. Yes, you do. By the way, these are guidance cards that I'll pull out at the end. So I'm going to push them out of my way a little bit. There's a little gnat flying around here. I haven't been able to catch him. I try not to kill anything. I really don't. I've been really conscious of that for a while now. And I tell the little creatures, please go away. Don't come within my personal circle, right? Don't come within this area, or I have to get rid of you. Yeah. If he keeps bothering me, he's gonna have to go. I've warned him. Express your love. Okay. Protection. Compassion. I already see that this message is for a very particular few amount of people here. Imagination. Sanctuary. Yoga. Spiritual teacher. Intuitive communication. Sacrifice. Moving on. Independent. Fairness. Eagle spirit. Seahorse spirit. A new start is coming. Oh, you got 3 of these. Your dreams need a practical plan. Expect powerful change. I swear to you, I'm fine when I'm not recording. As soon as I've been hitting record or start, I start to have to clear my throat and cough. That is not a coincidence. It's been happening in most of my readings lately. I feel this, excuse me, I feel this collective energy, collective need for communication, right? Maybe it's because Mercury has gone direct and now communication can happen. Could that be the reason? Because my goodness, it has been just totally out of control. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, I'm seeing I've also noticed my readings sort of take on like 3 sections. They get divided into three sections of life, right? There's a spiritual side, which is very important. It's the most important thing. Then there's like a love side, right? Because we need to connect with people with love, with there's that need or that desire that we all have to connect. And then there's like the current events of what's happening at the moment. I've noticed that pattern. Okay, so I'm connecting to a person here, or people that are going through, I believe, a divorce or separation, but it's in a legal manner. So that's why I'm thinking divorce. There's a custody for child, okay? And the particular circumstance I'm seeing here is this couple, right? That is now in the process of legalities, probably maybe mediation. Not because I don't have courthouse here yet, or at all. I don't have that it's an official, although there is an official person, but I'm thinking this is like a mediator to try and resolve the situation here. The couple is no longer connecting. They're no longer, for whatever the reasons are, I'm not seeing any kind of suspicious encounter here. I'm not seeing that, okay? And I see sort of this story goes in 2 directions for some of you here. So there's several people represented here from my viewers. This couple is in mediation, maybe therapy, right? Couples therapy, mediation to try and resolve the situation, right? Healing their family issues, trying to work it out with an official person here, trying to maintain the integrity of the relationship of the family, right? I feel like you're trying to protect this union, this family, right? You're in protection mode and you're doing whatever you can. Both parties are doing whatever they can through an official mediator to help resolve the situation here. You're being, you've made a lot of sacrifice. One or both, or one or the other, or both have made a lot of sacrifice to maintain the relationship. There's a rainbow here, so that brings hope to me. That tells me that if there's a there are very 2 distinct differences here. There's 2 distinct results that I'm seeing here. So I'm talking to several people that are watching me here that have different scenarios going on. I'm telling you one of the scenarios. through this healing, right? Through this mediation, perhaps therapy, trying to find different perspectives. I feel like there's a possibility of this having a fair result. In other words, success, right? Successful in the mediation and uniting the family and uniting this unit, bringing this unit into closeness again, right? It's going to be handled in a fair and just manner. That I'm wavering back and forth here, because this seems very like there's no emotion here, right? And I'm having a problem with that. I'm honestly having a problem with that. I'm thinking that if you're able to resolve the differences, I have a feeling that that's what's happening here. With mediation, with therapy, you're trying to heal, right? Whatever differences, whatever situation has brought forth this disconnect in the family. However, I truly feel that both parties will leave the situation feeling positive about each other. In other words, not hating each other, right? But I don't see this relationship coming back together in the traditional sense. I really feel like both parties have agreed to be co-parents, right, to this child or children. There's been fairness in the coming together of this agreement. There's been healing of the issues that have separated them to begin with, but with an understanding that it's best not to get back together, right? Especially for the child, because when there's love lost, and that can happen in a situation where it was not a divine counterpart. And even with divine counterparts, sometimes there's separation, right? Because the journey is quite complicated, and both people have to grow spiritually, and it's hard for that to happen at the same time, right? It's hard for two people to grow at the same time. Usually there's one that gets ahead of the other one, and sometimes that creates a disconnect, and people have to separate, and then when they've both aligned and are at the same level, they can come back together, right? But you've forgiven each other. These people have forgiven each other for what might have caused this separation. But because of the family unit, they both agree that there's, you know what, there's been a release of any negativity. They both are working together to maintain a healthy balance and a healthy relationship as co-parents, as parents, right? Parents should work together, should not feel animosity towards each other. I truly believe in trying to work out your differences, even if you're not together anymore, but being healthy individuals for your children, because that's the best example to give your child, right? Showing that you can still love each other, but not necessarily be in the same household, but you still love each other. You don't hate each other. And each of you has built your own lives, your own strength, your own convictions, your own spiritual growth. And your children see that, and they grow up to be healthy individuals. If you go back into a situation for the children, you don't love your children. You don't love your children. Because if you get back together with someone who's you still haven't worked out your issues, you're causing extreme damage. They will grow up not trusting people. That's why we all have our inner child. So many of us have issues that we have to clear out and we have to deal with, because we grow up in households where our parents stayed together for us, right? I'm one of them. I'm one of those people. My parents, I grew up wishing my parents would divorce. How's that, right? And their dynamic together created a lot of insecurities, a lot of damage within me that I'm now having to deal with as an adult. So please don't do that to your children. Accept that it just didn't work. Accept that this, at this moment, is not, it's best that you're not together. So in this scenario, I'm seeing a healthy breakup, right? A healthy understanding that, okay, we love each other. We love our child, our children. We're just not compatible together anymore. If we ever were, by the way, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing also, so let me put this aside here for a second. Communication, man. This throat thing, this throat chakra. Try and clear your throat chakra. Research how to do that, right? On YouTube or Google it, whatever. Let's all try and clear out our chakras so that we can be open to honest communication. Honest communication. How am I feeling without you feeling? If I'm communicating from a clear, pure, honest space, you shouldn't feel threatened by anything that I say, right? So if I clear my chakras, clear my energy, I can communicate clearly to you so that it comes out with compassion, right? With understanding that we need to clear things up, right? It's always important to do that. The resolution of this situation, for those of you that it makes, is resonating, is a powerful change. This is the beginning of many, many powerful changes coming your way. Let me come back here. This is another relationship that's popping up here, and I'm gonna look into that now, but your spiritual connection, your spiritual journey, okay? And yes, this here is the communication. I hadn't even noticed it. Intuitive communication, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? The silent whispers, forgive the rooster, the silent whispers of the heart, right? Clear your heart chakra, clear all of them. Work on clearing all of the chakras, the heart, the throat, the third eye, so that you are connected to your intuition, right? That's very important, because that's how you see the other person will see you for who you are. You're speaking out of truth, out of connection, out of your intuition, out of purity, okay? Very important to clear that. The resolution of the, well, this belongs here, so hold on. I feel like during and after this process, for the people that are resonating with this, you need a time out for yourself, okay? Start to try and practice, have some kind of a spiritual practice, whether it's yoga, as it's literally suggesting here, or any type of exercise. It's something where you can do by yourself. If you have children, try and find someone to take care of them while you go do this for yourself. It's very important to have alone time. Even with a family, find the alone time for yourself. That's the only way you grow and become a better person, so that you can be a better example for your children. Allow them their own personal time as well. Encourage them to start doing these things, for themselves. Maybe start off together. I don't know. You know how your dynamic works with your children, okay? But take time out from the world. It's important. Spend time alone. Go to a park by yourself if you can. Spend time if you can go on a retreat, that would be even better. But I know with a family, that's going to be difficult. But maybe if you've both now have co-custody, right? When they have your child or children, take those days that you have to do something for yourself. Maybe you have to do it that way, right? That's where the beautiful resolution here of this situation comes in handy. Be honest with them and tell them, listen, I really need some time to myself. I'd like a couple of days or an extra day. Can you keep them for an extra day, right? Communication. That's how people can understand each other. They would gladly allow that, I believe, if you come from a pure heart, okay? Spirit has your back. This is all supported. Spirit always has your back. Always. Connect with Spirit. Connect so that you can receive that support and know that it's there for you. You will never doubt it, that it's there. So, gosh, I can never get these cards. You begin to connect with your spirit, right? By doing things for yourself, by connecting, meditating. Meditation is always very important. I will always say that. Always. And as you start to connect with your newly found independence, right? It starts to develop this foundation of strength and success for you, right? You begin to connect with your spiritual journey, and it changes you, and other people start to notice, and they come and ask you, what are you doing? What's so different? What have you tried to do? And you now become an example, right? You're a spiritual teacher now. Not that you're going to be teaching classes, or that maybe you are, maybe you will. Maybe you become a guru in your community of some sort, right? At the very least, you will be an example to your family. And that's the best example you can give, is to follow your truth. And then your children know that they can grow up and follow their truth and be good, productive citizens of this community. And I'm talking about the community, the spiritual, general community, right? Not just society, okay? I hope that makes sense. You begin to believe your newfound independence. You're becoming more confident. You're becoming stronger, right? You're realizing that, gosh, I wish I had done this sooner, maybe, right? Resolving this, being adult. Let's be adults about things. Let's be mature. Let's be grounded, right? You can only do that if you have a spiritual practice of some sort, okay? Then you start to believe in unlimited possibilities, because guess what? The universe has an unlimited resource of abundance for all of us, whether it's financial, whether it's love, relationship, career, whatever you want. It wants to give it to you. Whatever you want, the universe wants to give it to you. You just have to, have a plan. Oh my gosh, forgive the noise. And then here's where, again, your dreams need a practical plan. You're starting to now think of, oh, well, gosh, I want to do this. Maybe you do want to study something that you end up teaching others, right? So now this is where you start to put a plan in action, okay? Powerful changes. Again, yes, powerful changes. And you've begun to move on. You begin to move on in strength with light. Look, you're going towards the light there. You're moving on into beautiful, beautiful experiences, balance, harmony with your family, because your ex is still part of your family, because they are a parent to your child, right? Children, okay? And then a new start is coming. You deserve love. You deserve love. And I think because of this process, this powerful change and transformation that you are going through, you've realized, yes, I deserve love. Maybe this had become stifling, right? You had lost yourself, your desire to maybe for passion. maybe it just became the mundane everyday thing, right? You lost passion, you lost yourself. Now you're finding yourself again. You're realizing that you deserve love, and you do. And there's someone that comes into your life at some point, and I'm going to explore this a little further. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Let's explore this a little bit. Could I please have clarification for this particular situation for my lovely Pisces friends that are resonating with this message? Could we please clarify that card, please? Just one or two would be great. Thank you. Oh. Well, let's see. It doesn't have to be this same person. Reconciliation. Well, Wow. You might be reconciled, maybe. Oh, I didn't get him. You might be reconciling with your former partner here, because there's still love here. And let me tell you, it's not easy. No matter how many therapists you go to, no matter how many, and I'm not saying it's your former spouse. I'm trying to get him and it's not working. I'm not saying that it's your former spouse. Come on, little fella, please, I don't want to kill you. Go away. I'm not saying that you're reconciling with your former spouse. Maybe it's another partner that you had at some point. But this was here. Gosh. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. You've come to an agreement from love. That's what I was saying. It's not easy to leave a situation like this through mediation in a positive manner. Usually I'm not saying usually, many times it does not work because there's a lot of strife. There's still a lot of unfinished business. But you guys did your healing as a family, okay? And yeah, you might be reconciling with your former spouse here after you've gone through your transformation, right? Because if your spouse, partner, was able to agree in a loving manner, that's the only way that this can work. In a loving manner, that means that they are also they're also a mature individual who's put together, balanced spiritually as well. That's the only way that this can work again. Can we please clarify this? Can we please clarify this reconciliation? Wait. No, you didn't come out. Hold on. Yeah, I think you guys are reconciling. Could I please have... this is a very specific story here. It's not going to resonate with many of you. Okay? Keep that in mind. Please clarify a little bit more for me. Well, you didn't flip. You're supposed to flip. You all know that. You're supposed to flip or fall on the table or not go into the pile again. Right? Alright, let me see what I have so far. Because I'm seeing that. I'm seeing... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you're going to reunite again. Okay? And yeah. And this is going to, it's reigniting a passion as well. This separation made you very sad. Made you very sad, right? You were able to reconcile separating and for the betterment of you and your life, their life, and your children's life, right? But it left you very sad, remembering your relationship that you thought was a forever thing. You left, you separated because you had compassion for each other, and you healed your family issues. That was the key here. That's the key here. And you can only heal issues when each of you individually, each individual that's healing a family issue is doing their own work. That's how that can happen. He's also been very frustrated and unsure when you're taking these retreats for yourself, unsure and wondering if you've been maybe connecting with another person. He's been distraught about that because he still loves you very much. There's a lot of love here, and it feels like you see him rip crumbling pieces of paper and the frustration in his face, right? Because he can't get the words to communicate with you, to tell you that he wants to get back together. But he sees that you are flourishing. You're flourishing, right? You're flourishing, and he wants you back. He's like, please, I want it back. I want her back. I want her back. Her energy, right? And he's you know, you guys are end up having this, and that's why you're being suggested to have a practical plan. How are we coming back together? Let's start with just communication, right? And actually, you might have received a message from him, the energy that I'm looking at, right? Your person, your spouse. You might have received, after, you know, the frustration, not being able to, how do I say this? You might have received the message. And that's what maybe is sort of prompting you to rethink this and to, you know, you see how her heart is on her hand is on her heart. Like, oh, right? Oh, it brought a little spark back into you. You just need a practical plan. How are we going to do this? Let's maintain our balance, right? Just communication, heart-to-heart communication, very important, right? Intuitive communication. Yeah. So, you guys start, yeah, look, you're talking, right? And starting gently, right? Maybe you're going on dates with each other. You're starting off slow, as if you were meeting each other for the first time. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Go ahead. Make the romantic gesture. And then it starts to ignite some passion, right? Because that's probably what you were missing before, because you weren't communicating properly, right? There were things that needed to be resolved. This is awesome. It's awesome. All right, let me clarify a little bit more, and then we can, this became a very specific reading. I apologize, it happens that way, right? Can I clarify, no, this is not happening. You're not doing this to me, okay? So, cut that out. Yeah, your spouse has been watching you. Can we please clarify? Wondering, oh my gosh, what is she, are they reconnecting with, are they connecting with someone else? When they go away, are they meeting someone, right? Been worried about that. And if you're having honest communication, you can clarify what you were doing, if you want to. I think there's nothing wrong with sharing what it is that you were doing. Yeah, one or both of you, I believe both of you have been really doing work, getting yourselves out into nature, contemplating, writing, a lot of writing stuff down. He's been trying, the energy, right, that I'm looking at here, has been trying to write down things and those messages, and he was probably trying to think, oh my gosh, how do I say that I want to get back together? You know, how is this going to work? We already decided that this was going to be best for us, but I miss her, him, I miss her, him, I miss I miss my person, right? And he's been watching, not in a creepy way, just wanting to know, what are they doing? What are they doing? Are they connecting with someone else? What's going on? Yeah. You could be a same-sex couple, right? This is two males here. It could be two females, or male and female, either or. But this is the sun. This is the best card in the deck, right? The sun is shining on this reunion, reconciliation. Absolutely. And there might be a playfulness coming into your love life. Add playfulness, right? Remember the inner child? Did I mention the inner child here, or was it another? I think I might have mentioned the inner child. Add playfulness to your relationship. Add a little spark of newness, right? Try things you might not have tried before. There's nothing wrong with that. I see the remnants here of a party. Someone feels very confident. Spilling his cup all over you. Here's the energy, right? Could I clarify this card, please? Oh, yeah. Beautiful. I want to clarify this card. Could I please clarify this card? You might be concerned that you might have someone in your family that's someone in authority. Yeah. You both need to go on retreat together. You need to sort of get away, get someone to babysit the kids, right? And you need to go away, rest and rejuvenate, and together, because you've done that separately. Heart chakra, I mentioned this before. Important to clear the heart chakra, to keep that open, honest, intuitive communication between the two of you flowing, right? There might be a person in your family that you're afraid will, you have fear, right? That this reconciliation will, because someone in your family perhaps was like glad that you separated. Not glad, but you know, they see your spouse as a bad person, because, oh, why did this happen? It must be their fault, right? Because people don't understand the inner dynamics of a relationship. It's simple, right? Excuse me. So don't let this stop you. This is not other people's problem. Don't let anybody put fear in you that is not part of your inner circle, right? This family of yours is your inner circle. Any other people, parents, cousins, brothers, sisters, friends, are not part of your inner dynamics of your family. Remember that, okay? Don't let any external sources affect this reunion of and reconciling of your family. Remember that. Okay, so these are your guidance. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Absolutely. Let go, let God, right? Give it to others. Don't worry about other people's opinions, don't worry about any of that. Let it go. Focus on what it is that you want to do here. Have a plan of action, right? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Absolutely. The past is the past. It was there to teach you a lesson. You learned, right? You will never repeat what you did in the past because now you see clearly, right? You see clearly because you've gone through your awakening processes, through your balance, through connecting. You got this. You got this. This is beautiful. Express your love. Reconnect with the love of your life, right? Reconnect with your love so that you can have this beautiful reconciliation. Okay? Pisces, I loved your message. I loved your message. And I hope that someone resonated with this. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate feedback. I really do. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, my soul embraces yours. Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.